Right, so I am now using Visual Studio Code on my computer, and I want us to look at the idea of nested conditionals. So whenever you see the word nested, it simply means something inside another. So when I say nested conditionals, I mean we can put conditionals inside of other conditionals. So why would we want to do such a thing? Now, let's look at an example. Let's say I want to ask someone their age. And based on whether they're 18 or above, I want to ask them another question. Okay? So let's look at that. So I'm going to say, again, following the pattern, I'm going to do the prompt. Okay. Enter age. And of course, I'm going to create a variable. Again, all I'm doing is following the patterns that I have been taught. Great. So I have age. Now, what I want to do is to check to see if they are 18 or above. So I'm going to say if age is greater than or equals to 18, then I want to ask them a question. Okay, so I want to ask them if they have a driver's license. Okay, so notice, how do I do that? Well, I follow the same pattern. Cout, do you have a driver's license? Okay, and then I'm going to do something like enter with yes or no, colon, space. Okay, and then obviously I will need to store that in a variable. Okay, and so by now you should realize that I am storing it in a variable of type string. Okay, and I'm going to say has license. Okay, and then of course I'm going to store that. Okay, has license. Okay, now here is the part where we do another check. So notice I'm going to now ask. Okay, so check if they have a license. Okay, so I'm going to say if, okay, has license is yes, then I want to print out a message. Cout awesome. Okay, now what if they don't have a license? Well, I'm gonna say something like cout oh no. Okay, and so that takes care of my first block. So notice this is a nested conditional. Why? I have a conditional, and inside this conditional I have another conditional. So notice the only way I will ask this question, do you have a license, is if they are old enough to have a license. Okay, now what if they're not old enough to have a license? Well, then I'll just say else. Maybe I could say cout how old or how do you feel about not being at least 18? Okay. And then of course I could store the answer. Let's say string mood or feeling, and then cin feeling. Alright, and then obviously I could just print out the answer. Cout you feel feeling. Okay. And then of course at the end you might just say something like cout have a great day. All right. Okay, so this is a program and let's see how it works. Okay, good. Enter age. Let's say I enter 17. Right? How do you feel about not being at least 18? I feel sad. Okay, you feel sad. Have a great day. Let's try it again. Okay, this time we're gonna have over 18. So I'm gonna say maybe 18. And so now we will enter the first portion, the if. Do you have a driver's license? Yes. Awesome. Have a great day. What if I answer no, I don't have a driver's license? Okay, well then that means it's going to be the else part. No. All right. So again, this is an example of using a nested condition. There will be instances where you can only do something, okay? You can only do something if a first condition is met, okay? So it's only if this first condition of being at least 18 is true that you can now check for this second condition. And so the pattern is simple. If this one inside depends on the one outside, well then you have to put it inside. Okay, so it's nested. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Again, all I'm doing is showing you the patterns, and these are the patterns that you will be using, that you will get comfortable with as you use them more and more. All right, so as far as conditionals go, that's it for conditionals. There's only one more thing I need to show you, and that is an easier way or another way of writing conditionals that have a lot of else ifs. Okay, so for example, if I have something that has about 12 else ifs, you can write else if, else if, else if, else if, and so on. However, I'm going to show you that there's an easy way to write it. All right, so I'll see you in that next lesson. I hope this one made sense. Again, notice the pattern, and the takeaway is you can put a conditional inside of another conditional if the need arises. Okay, see you then.